Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you guys so much for clicking on the daily vibration today. My name is Kamoy. Welcome to my channel. If you're a new subscriber, welcome back. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back also. Thank you guys so much for the love, for the support, for the donations, for booking your appointments. Thank you guys for all of the comments. You guys are fucking awesome. Thank you guys for showing up on live on Fridays. You guys rock, okay? Now today we're doing the energy vibration for October 29th, 2019. Do y'all believe like the month is pretty much over and we're about to step into holiday season right about now, y'all? Okay, my birthday's coming up in a few weeks, y'all. So we're about to do the thing today. Today we are vibrating on the number 6, which is not necessarily a bad number. I don't really think any numbers are bad. I think when you start to understand the numeric code and how things ebb and flow, then you have more control of your day and how you're moving through things, okay? So a few announcements before I jump into your daily inspirationals today. I want to let you guys know that, of course, I do go live on Fridays at Eastern Standard Time, right? So that will be 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fridays here on YouTube. So you guys can go ahead and check that out on Fridays. Come on in and join us. We do answer questions, okay, from the chat. So you guys can come on in with your questions and get whatever inspiration or tapping into whatever energy we're talking about, you know, on any given Friday. Okay, it could be some sci-fi shit, some romance shit, some career shit, like whatever questions you have. Come on in. We can answer those questions for you. Also, my loves, I'm super excited. I'm super excited because you guys, within the next couple of weeks, you will be able to have access to my wonderful podcast on Spotify. So I'm super excited about that. And once I master the Spotify platform, I'm going to see how I can go ahead and roll that out to iTunes and all of the other platforms. Okay. So within the next 2 weeks, you guys will have access to my podcast. And I've been talking about this for a while, but it's finally unfolding, y'all. Okay. Next, I just want to say, okay, to all of my lovelies, if you have not checked out your love language videos, you need to do so. Okay, so I posted all of the love readings now for all 12 signs for this first go round of your love language. I've also attached a link to each of your individual videos where you guys can check out the video. Do you know your love language and your partner's love language? That's important because it kind of helps you to understand how some people might communicate and where the miscommunication may be in your relationship. So make sure you guys go ahead and check that out, okay? So let's get into the number 6 today. So today, once again, is October 29th, 2019, and we are vibrating on the number 6, okay? The number 6 vibrates on unconditional love. It vibrates on responsibility, okay? Also, you can see that it's vibrating with the energy of being empathetic or sympathetic. You know, you're going to have to choose which one you really want to operate in. I prefer to operate with empathy versus sympathy, but that's just my personal, you know, preference. All right. And also, my loves, it also is going to be vibrating in honesty as well as integrity today, okay? Healing energy is in the atmosphere, as it always is, but there's even an extra presence in the atmosphere today, as well as you being able to make adjustments today. That might be needed for some of you, okay? May it be spiritual, mental, emotional, or physical adjustments. You may need to make some adjustments today, all right? Now, on the lower vibration end of the number 6, my love, you do have fear and burden. So that could be worrying about something happening health-wise, something happening in your relationship, maybe having to pay a bill that you don't necessarily see the money, you know, in hand for. So really just fearing things without them even being present at the moment. You can find that energy in the atmosphere today. Shallowness, restlessness is also in the atmosphere. Unsupportive energy, selfishness is in the atmosphere today, as well as being easily stressed. So you're going to want to be mindful and really choose your battles and your wars today. Do you really need to argue over something with someone that you know they're not going to see your opinion or your view and how things are anyway? Just, you know, choose, okay? Also, I saved this one for last. Submissive energy or submissiveness is in the atmosphere today. That energy is there today. My question to you guys when it comes to that energy, that submissive energy, is always, what are you submitting yourself to? Are you submitting and locking yourself into a vibration of lack and not having enough? Or you submitting and allow yourself to submit to something higher that's going to be supportive and elevate you to the next level? Your choice. You can't be happy and sad at the same time. You can't be worried and stress-free at the same time. Like, that just doesn't happen. You're going to have to choose one or the other. Okay, my loves? So let's jump into your wonderful, wonderful wisdoms for today. We're going to start off with my water signs. It is Scorpio season, so we're going to put Scorpios at the top. Okay, guys? All right, what do you have from our wonderful Scorpios? We're thanking our angels. We're thanking our guides. We're thanking our ancestors. We're thanking our higher selves. We're thanking the divine masculine and feminine energy. We are thanking all of the energy that's in the atmosphere that is here to help guide, support, protect, encourage, motivate, and give us the strength to take action when it's needed. Can I tell you guys, like, I feel like I'm just coming into myself. I know my birthday's right around the corner. Like, I feel like I am coming into all myself, if that makes sense. Okay? I feel like I've chosen the right timeline, Scorpios, and I'm definitely coming into myself, right? There's always room for growth. But once you start to understand who you are and you start to embrace your own power, Scorpios, ain't shit we can't do. Look at this. We got cycles to this. So they're saying that you need to be mindful of the cycles that is unfolding in your life, okay? When this pops up, you want to take a look to see, is there something being repeated that you need to pay attention to and maybe grab a hold of? When this card shows up, it's trying to show you that cycles happen all of the time, but you get to choose which cycle you want to repeat or which cycle you don't. It's really your choice, okay? All right, my loves. All right, my love. Let's see. What messages do you have today? I think tomorrow we're going to use a numerology deck. Ooh, all of a sudden, I just got a heat flash. Okay. All right, my love. So, didn't I say we talked about cycles? You got the peacemaker popping up here. It says that you need to let go of the need to be right. Fuck, is that what I'm going to have to do today? Yeah. Now, you don't know, like, yeah. So with this cycle that you're repeating or the cycle that you've just started, right, they're going to say you're going to have to let go of the need to be right today, Scorpio. So that means honesty and integrity is key. You may have to adjust some shit today as well as operating with some empathy. When you're operating with some empathy, I like to say that's like peacemaker energy, because then you can actually feel people's energy and you know whether or not compassion is warranted. A little bit more compassion is warranted, or a little bit more firmness is wanted, right? There's nothing wrong with you being able to deliver a peaceful message and still get what you want, is what I'm hearing, Scorpios. I'm going to have to pay attention to that today, because I'm like, okay, what shit is about to pop off tomorrow that somebody might need to get cursed out? If I can't say so myself, I did have a situation on Friday where I had to literally jump in my car and drive off because I was going to go straight up hood in somebody, you know, straight up hood. Anybody that tell you the spiritual walk is a whole bunch of bed and roses and you're always like, oh, bless you. Oh, blissful day to you. Oh, fuck that. That's bullshit. You don't always feel like that. Some days you're going to curse people the fuck out. Real talk. And some days you might. Real talk. Okay? All right. So what do you have for my wonderful Pisces today? The number 8 times 8 minutes just popped up on the timer, y'all, if you've been seeing the number 8. All right. What do you have for my wonderful Pisces as we are vibrating on the number 6 today? What is your daily wisdom for Pisces? What you got for Pisces? What do you have for Pisces? What do you have for Pisces today? What wisdom do you want Pisces to know today? Pisces, okay, you got selling out. Okay, this is the number 1 card. When selling out pops up, my love, is asking you, are you being true to yourself, or are you accepting other people's limitations about yourself? I'm going to read to you exactly what this card is saying, okay? All right, so your integrity and your inner strengths are being severely tested right now. You have an opportunity to act with either fear or love. Okay, remember we talked about adjustments as being adjustments may need to be made today, my wonderful Pisces, as well as being honest, and your integrity is going to be key. Okay, don't sell yourself short to make other people happy, Pisces. Remember, you guys are energetic sponges. Okay, be honest and be true to yourself is what's going to be important today. You have the Shield Maiden popping up today, and this says make plans and focus. Once you're honest with yourself, right, it's very little others can do to kind of weigh you in which decision and how you need to move. Because your honesty with yourself and then having the courage to move forward is always going to lead you to a better place if you're doing that work, okay? Now, if you're not honest with yourself and you're blaming people for shit, then you're going to see yourself repeating cycles. I'm just saying, you know... Then you're going to want to know, why is it you always meet in fuckery, right? Can I tell you something? Then you have to start paying attention to, Pisces, who's the common denominator in the fuckery. I'm just saying, y'all, okay? Let's move on to my wonderful Cancers. See, we're going to be getting into all of that on my podcast. And I just want to let you guys know now, you'll be seeing a different side of me on that podcast. You guys will be seeing a different side of me. There's many different facets to Kamoi, right? There's many different layers to Kamoi, many different levels. And this podcast is going to bring out a different layer or a different level of Kamoi. Yeah, so you guys need to check that out. It'll be 2 weeks, y'all. 2 weeks, okay? All right, my love. So my wonderful Cancers. You guys have the home card popping up today. Okay, Cancers. So when this pops up, this means that you would definitely need to be taking a look at your home situations. Okay? There may be something popping off at home today that you need to pay attention to. Are you procrastinating doing things at home? Are you not happy at home? Do you need to make some adjustments at home? Right? You need to be able to get to a place where you can hear it clearly before you move is what I'm hearing, my wonderful Cancers, okay? You do have the Oracle card popping out with this card is saying wait for important information. So you don't want to act or take action on this home situation, my wonderful Cancers, unless you have clear instructions. Do not allow your pride to get in your way is what I'm hearing, Cancers, okay? Remember, adjustments may be needed, and you will have to operate with integrity and honesty. We're going to pull one more card for my wonderful Cancers pertaining to do. Give me one more. Okay. Let's see if this detox card pop out again. Okay. Okay, it's saying here, fucking apologize. Seriously, just do it. That's your first one. Another one that popped out, and this popped out again. It says that project, that person, that idea is waiting. Go after that shit. The world has your back. Okay. So whatever pertaining to this, as far as the home situation is concerned, for this idea in this project, I do feel like my wonderful Cancers, this has something to do with financial, like a financial gain. As far as the home situation is concerned, you may have just thrown a temper tantrum for something that you did not have all the information for today. And you may have to, that you did not have all of the information for until today. And you may have to apologize and say sorry. You may have just jumped the gun a little bit too fast. My wonderful, wonderful Cancers. Okay. Let's move on to Leos. We're doing my fire signs. Let's move on to Leos. What you got for Leos? What you got for Leos today is we're vibrating on the number 6 with wisdom for Leos today. Wow. Leos, you guys have cycles too. And can I tell y'all, I'm a Leo ascendant in that energy. And the whole thing about these energies is that you're not supposed to get stuck in any of these energetic patterns. You ought to learn the fucking energetic pattern, master the pattern, and then rise above it. Okay? Now, you need to pay attention because this thing, life is all about cycles here. Sometimes things flow. Sometimes things flow, and other times they slow down. You need to be able to pay attention to the process as well as to what are you repeating in your life, okay? My wonderful Leos. What are you repeating in your life? Is there something in your life that you can do differently, okay? Is there something in your life that you can do differently? Oh, shit, y'all got 3 cards popping out for clarification, so we're going to take them all. You have the Shaolin Master, which is saying, be graceful in movement and in action, okay? Now, the reason why I would say this is also important, my wonderful Leos, because you don't want to scratch nobody's eyes out with your paws, as well as you don't want to take anybody's shine away. You want to be able to shine, you know, also, and have other people shine, right? But you don't have to be a fucking savage when dealing with people, is what I'm hearing, okay? Now, you can be a lot more gentle to still get your point across and have things to manifest the way that you design them to, okay? You also have clarifying the cycle card. You have the Traveler. And with the Traveler, it's saying move to a new direction. You need to move in a new direction, honey, because this old cycle is not going to reap you the rewards that you want to get. You also have the Medicine Guardian clarifying your energy today, my wonderful Leos. And it's saying be open to healing information. Like, this is a new cycle in your life. Why not be open to all of the wonderful things that this new cycle can bring in, okay? And can I tell you something? When you start to see, this is exactly why you need to learn these energetic patterns and master these patterns and come into your true self. Because when you do this, you understand that you're not bound by space and time. Space and time is just something that we, in this third dimensional realm, were taught. That help us to be bound and stuck, right? But when you start to operate by mastering all of these energetic patterns, you can then start to operate outside of the realms of time. I know some of you may not get that, but you know, if you on your seeking shit, you'll find out what I'm saying. And once again, that's a nice plug because we'll be talking about shit like that on my podcast. I'm just saying how you can bend space and time in real time. Okay, all right, my loves. Quantum physics, all of that shit is in quantum physics, and all of that shit you can do by using certain symbols, words, and all of that. Okay, all right, my love. So let's get into my wonderful Aries. What messages do you have for my wonderful Aries? What messages do you have for my wonderful Aries? As we are vibrating on the number 6 today. They done pushed out 3 cards, and we gonna take them all, y'all. Pay attention to the signs. There's a number 10 card. I'm not doing the numerology of these cards today, but you do have the number 10 card, which is the number 1 card. Well, reduces down to the number 1. Then you have the number 31 card, which is unleash your creativity. And then you have the number 21 card, which says healing. Okay. You want to pay attention to the red flags. You want to unleash your creativity, and healing is in the atmosphere. So what I'm getting collectively for you guys is that as you pay attention to the red flags and as you unleash your creativity, you will find new ways that you guys can heal. Remember that we do have healing in the atmosphere today. For some of you, you just need to laugh. Okay. For some of you, you do need to release whatever this heaviness is in your life, or this heavy person in your life. Okay. For others of you, you need to tap into that magic from within. You do have the magic guardian popping up, and they're like, unlock that magic from within. There is nothing that happens externally, my love, that first does not happen internally. When you realize that you have all of this power and you're walking around with all of this power, then you can start to utilize the power. It's like having winning the lottery and having them to send you an ATM card for you to make your withdrawal because you just won $10 million, right? But you haven't activated the card. Some of you know the power is there, aka some of you know the millions of dollars that they have sold, but you just haven't activated the ATM card, which means that you have no access to your money. Don't you want access to your money, aka access to your internal power? So if we're talking about some of you have all of this wonderful power within, but you have just not you have not activated it. Okay, and until you activated it, you're not gonna be able to use it. Okay, my wonderful Aries. Okay. Let's get into Sagittarius. What messages do you have for my wonderful Sagittarius? What messages do you have for Sagittarius today? We're vibrating on the number 6. What healing messages do you have for my wonderful, wonderful Sagittarius today? Wow, y'all have selling out too, Sagittarius. Be true to yourself, honey. You got to be true to yourself. You can't be true to nobody else, right? You cannot be true to anybody else. Does someone else's opinion or someone else's thoughts about who you are mean more to you than your thoughts mean to you about yourself, right? Are you doing what someone else and other people think you should be doing instead of really what you want to be doing, right? Okay. All right, you got the shaman popping up, and this is saying trust in the higher forces. You don't got to sell out. It's okay to be you. Everybody may not get you. Everybody may not understand you. Can I tell you something? YouTube is teaching me that. YouTube is teaching me that, honey. And I've been through some things with people, even in my own family, that can't stand my ass. I always say that it's either, there are only 2 ways that it's going to flow with me. I'm not one of those in-between people. You either going to love me or you not. There is no in-between. I'm not a lukewarm. I'm either going to be hot, cold. I don't fake it. If I don't like you, I don't fucks with you. All right, so it ain't no in between, but you can find a lot of wisdom from that when you start knowing who you are, not selling out to other people's opinions, honey. Okay, trust in them higher forces, honey. All right, let's move on to my earth signs. We got Capricorns in that house. Capricorns are up first. What you got for Capricorns? What am I getting for Capricorns healing wisdom for today? What do you want Capricorns to know today? Is we're vibrating on the number 6. What do you want Capricorns to know? What you got for Capricorns? Pay attention to the signs, Capricorns, okay? Pay attention to them signs, honey. All right, remember today's also about adjustments and operating with honesty and integrity, okay? For some of you, I'm hearing, yeah, you don't have to pop off with the bout. You can just pay attention to the signs, and it's going to give you all the information that you need. For a matter of fact, some of you, I'm hearing, you may not want to say shit today. You may just want to sit back and observe, honey. Sit back and observe, okay? Now, which is not bad because you got Mother Earth popping up on this deck. Mother Earth is saying, feel love and be comforted. What did I just say? Sit back and observe. Stand in your power, honey. Stand in that love. But you're going to have to pay attention to some flags today. But can I tell you something? When you're paying attention, you really don't have time to pop off at the mouth. When you're in observation mode, you looking, honey. You paying attention to every fucking thing. You see this owl right here? This owl can turn its head 180 degrees around, which means it can see its sides, it can see its back, and it can see its front. Observation is going to be your portion today, honey, okay? And then while you're observing today, you need to feel that love, okay, and be comforted. Feel that love and be comforted today, okay? You also have the mirror guardian popping up to clarify this. And when this pops up, this is all about, it's the time to reflect. So as you're observing, you take the time to reflect. Remember, we talked about in one of my videos, change does not happen by you physically getting up and doing something. Real change does not happen like that. That shit is short-lived, okay? Especially if you're trying to change something major in your life. If you're trying to change something or reprogram something major in your life, right? There are only 3 ways that you're going to be able to reprogram yourself. You're either going to do that through repetition, you're either going to do that through symbolism, or it's going to be done through trauma. And we go through a lot of trauma, honey, a lot of trauma. Heartbreak, heart pain, all of that shit is trauma. Disappointments, anger, all of those things stem from trauma. And if you're holding on to anger from like fucking 20 years ago, Capricorns, I'm just saying, okay? Unconditional love is in the atmosphere today, y'all, okay? So you need to just feel loved and feel grounded and reflect on yourself. But pay attention to them signs. Observe without judgment today, okay? All righty, let's go on to my wonderful Taurus. What do you have for my wonderful Taurus today? As we are vibrating on the number 6. What you want Taurus to know? What wonderful healing messages do you have for wonderful Taurus? What do you got for Taurus? Let us know what you got. What you got for Taurus. Oh, starting to dance in my chair. Ooh, Taurus, y'all got self-love today. I love this card. Ain't nothing as important when you on this walk but self-love, honey. Ooh. I gotta go get my nails manicured. Self-love is gonna be key today, Taurus. That's going to be key. But not that fake ass self-love shit where you're pretending to love yourself, but you still putting other people first and not your own shit, and then you walk away feeling depleted. No, we're talking about that real self-love where you may have to take a time out and take care of you. I'm also hearing for some of my wonderful Taurus, some of you may have to take a day off, like a mental day off. Who says that you need to be physically sick up in your bed, like coughing and shit? To get a day off. If you feel like mentally you're burnt out, honey, it's called mental wellness. You may need to, take you a sick day, Taurus. I'm just saying. Self-love is going to be key today. Go get your mani pedicure. Okay? Today's Tuesday. Kids are at school, Perfect time. Ain't nobody up in that spa, in that beauty salon, It's not the weekend yet. Okay? So, with self-love, you got the air guardian clarifying this, my wonderful Taurus. And when the air guardian pops up, she's talking about you need to shift your perception. Okay? What have you been investing in yourself that is not the truth about your self-worth? Have you been really loving yourself? Or have you been loving and agreeing with other people's opinion of yourself? Okay? Come on now. Embrace yourself. Everybody does fuckery at some point. All right. The thing is, are you owning your shit? Because a person can't grow unless they own their shit. Right. So we all make mistakes. We all do fucked up shit. But are you owning your shit? That's going to be key. Let me tell y'all something, Taurus. Okay. You can't change nobody and you cannot predict another person's move. Okay. Especially when it comes to their emotional state. Okay. All right, Taurus. All right, what messages do you have for my wonderful Virgos? As we vibe. Oh, shit. Y'all ain't even let me shuffle them cards. Y'all want Virgo to know, huh? I'm going to put these cards back. Because I ain't do a full shuffle. I'm not even going to tell you what they are. We're going to put them back and see if they come back out. Okay? All right. What you want Virgos to know? Clarify for my wonderful Virgos. What messages do you have for my wonderful Virgos? What messages do you have for my wonderful Virgos? What messages do you have for my wonderful Virgos? What message of healing do you have for Virgos today? What message of healing do you have for Virgos today? Okay, you got unleash your creativity and healing. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, Virgos. I'm hearing Marvin Gaye. Get up, get up, get up. Let's make love tonight. Is that sexual healing? Baby. Right? I think that's what it is. I'm going to say it the way I hear it. For some of y'all Virgos, y'all need some sexual healing. Bottom line, hands down. Okay. Now, we've been talking about the sexual energy is creative energy. Some of you going to have to release that creative sexual energy, okay, to bring forth some healing. And I'm talking about my couples, okay, my Virgos that are couples. So this may be just for one or two people in particular, and then we're going to dissect the rest of it for my rest of my Virgos. But there is someone that will be watching this video where you're going to have to get up on your sexual healing, okay? And I say that because it's kind of like... And if this resonates with you, you can definitely call me for an appointment and we can get into this a little bit more. But this is what I'm going to say. Somebody has been withholding themselves emotionally, physically, and mentally because they're hurt, right? And in all honesty, if you're honest with yourself, my wonderful Virgo, you will know if I'm talking to you. If you're honest with yourself, it's time for you to release that. And it's time for you to let this person back in because they've been trying, okay? Now, for the rest of you that this don't got nothing to do with no sexual healing, this ain't unleash your creativity, okay? Especially when it comes to your healing, whether it's a healing of a broken heart, whether it's healing of a disappointment because you didn't get what you think you deserve, okay? You're going to have to unleash your creative side because what you focused on, you manifest. If you focused on being the odd man out or being the black sheep, right? That's just the experiences that you will manifest. So, some of you have things that you can do creatively to bring healing into your life, okay? And you need to do so. You do have the Earth Guardian clarifying this, and the Earth Guardian is saying that you need to stay rooted and grounded, Virgos. And then you also have the Eagle card popping up, and with the Eagle card popping up is saying, see things from a higher perspective. You're going to have to see things from a higher perspective, especially as you unleash your creativity, right? And also, Virgos, I'm also hearing when you're working in these creative projects, you may not want to share this shit with everybody because everybody may not embrace it. And that can cause you some mental, spiritual warfare where you have to go internally and kind of battle out some thoughts and some limitations that other people have set for you and not yourself, okay? So that's going to be very, very important, my wonderful Virgos. Okay, so we're going to move on to my wonderful... air signs. Let's start off with Geminis. What you got for Geminis today is we're vibrating on the number 6 today. What you got for Geminis? What wisdom do you have for Geminis today as we are moving through this energy? What you got for Geminis? 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 They want to pop out like 4 cards, but we're not doing 4 cards today, Geminis. What you got for Geminis? I'll take 2. What you got for Geminis? Oh, shit. Now they want to do 5? Like, come on now. We're not doing 5. That's like a full pull for Gemini, right? We just need message. Okay. I could do 2, Gemini, right? Procrastination and holding the soul. Interesting duo. Well, we know procrastination is all about you not putting off today. I mean, not putting off for tomorrow what you can do for today. So we know that's what that one is about, right? So you're not going to put things off, okay? Hole in the soul. Let me read that for you because I don't know that one out of my head yet. So hole in the soul talks about your childhood wounds or creating a hole in your soul. Well, that says to me is that some of you are not dealing with the shit that you need to be dealing with, Gemini. And this could be childhood stuff, okay? And can I tell you, we've been talking about all this energy coming in where you're now creating a now burst of, like creating a whole new bubble for your next 12-year cycle is this energy. But let me explain something to you about how energy works. If you get to the point, my lovely Geminis, where you understand how energy works and you understand your power and you master all of these energetic patterns, then you can work outside of the constraints of time. You're not bounded by that shit, right? A lot of time what keeps us stuck, however, especially when it comes to the blockage within our chakra systems, is because we do not heal the thing from our childhood. We haven't forgiven our parents. We haven't forgive shit that we've done, as children. We haven't forgive ourselves for maybe making some decisions where we wasn't able to save our, our younger self. Like whatever it is, you're going to have to start releasing that, especially whatever childhood shit is now coming to the forefront, Gemini. Some of you have some childhood shit that you need to deal with, okay? Maybe even some things that you need to embrace about yourself because they're really good and you need to embrace them, and some things that you may need to let go because it's learned behavior and it no longer serves you. Let me just say this to you, Gemini. The person I was at 23, I'm not going to be at 43. The person I was at 42, I'm not going to be at 43. The person I was at 41, I was not at 42. Okay, what that means is that you're constantly evolving and growing, and if you're not, you're stagnant. And if you're stagnant, then that's you're just like a walking zombie. Okay, so don't procrastinate on the healing that you need to do with the inner child. Okay, you do have the star ancestor clarifying this message, and it's saying follow the voice of your soul. We innately know what we need to do when we need to do it. The question and the problem or the challenge is some of us just don't pay attention to the subtleness. Okay, because it's a subtleness that comes in when you're dealing with your higher self or your ancestors or your spirit guides. Okay, it's a subtleness. And all of that energy is really tapping in from the same force, okay? Some of you are definitely tapping into Akashic fields when you're doing a lot of this healing work, all right? So you may be tapping into past life shit. And this could be also, I don't know, Gemini. Past lives came up, so maybe we're talking about past lives from a childhood situation. All right, you guys are just going to have to get quiet and figure it out and allow your guides to take you where this message needs to go. But definitely you have some shit from your childhood that you need to deal with. And it's saying do not procrastinate. Deal with those things, okay? All right, let's move into my wonderful Libras. What you got for Libras today? What do you have for my wonderful Libras today? What do you have for Libras today? What do you have for Libras today? What do you got for Libras today? What do you have for Libras today? Okay, my Libras, you guys have alchemy popping up. I love this. Y'all know I love this word. Self-alchemy is what I am all about. Okay, so I don't know this one out of the tip of my head. So, I don't remember this one. So we're going to have to look that up in the book. Okay, so alchemy, my loves, it says the path that you're on is about to go through a very powerful transformation. Nothing is how it seems. Whew. That's why you need to do your work, Hunte. Okay, Libra? That's why you need to do your work. All right, so you're going to have shit changing. Your path is maybe showing you some different options, some different possibilities. Now, not because you're on the path and you choose to go one way. You may have to make 5 or 6 turns depending on, going this way versus going that way where you only had to make one turn. One turn may wait. If you take, let's say, the right turn, that may have 5 extra additional steps to it. And if you take the left turn, it only has maybe 1 steps, right? The whole point I'm trying to make is that no matter what path you may have to take, the destination is always going to be the same if you are a seeker, okay? Which is finding self and mastering self. Now, how you get there, that's not anybody else's business or anybody else's experience except for yours, okay? My wonderful Libras. So transformation is happening. You need to embrace it, okay? Your choice if you do, but it is happening, so embrace it, all right? You do have the great teacher popping up, with, clarifying this alchemy card, and this is saying learn from your spiritual experiences. Everybody has a spiritual experience. There's that inner knowing, that inner voice, okay? Even if you don't believe in Christ, you know, some people go to Buddha, some people chant, like whatever your shit is. Like even to be an atheist, you still have to believe that there's something exists before you can don't believe in anything, right? I'm just saying, okay? Big up to all my atheists. I'm just saying, I walked that path. I walked that path along the 20 years too, honey. When I was like, okay, if God ain't real and all this shit is bullshit, like, you know, what's my path? You know. Until I understand that God force, that life force does dwell within me. Okay. All right, my love. So you also have the Elder card popping up, my wonderful Libras, and it's saying move beyond your ancestral patterns. Okay. So you're going through transformation. Just move past what you would normally do and maybe try something different. You may have to step outside of your comfort zone also, Libras, okay? But some of you got some shit that you need to work on, and sweeping shit under the rugs, Libras, that's not going to help things. It's not going to help things for you to sweep shit under the rug and ignore shit. That's just not going to be helpful for you right now, okay? So you need to understand that, like seriously understand that. Okay? Self-love is also going to be required for you guys, okay? I know. I keep, you know, one of the words that just keeps popping up through all of these readings is adjustments. And I kind of feel like that's what I'm going to title today's video. It's all about adjustments. Mental, spiritual, and physical adjustments. That might be exactly what everyone has to work on today, because we're constantly having to choose what states we're going to live in. So you may have to adjust your state today, okay? Or be open to change states, okay? All right, so we got Aquarius is last but not least. What do you have for my wonderful Aquarius? As we're vibrating on the number 6 today. What wisdoms do you have for Aquarius? Sexuality popped out. Yeah, I know how I feel about that card, right? That card to me represents not just sexual energy, but also creative energy, because creative energy and sexual energy flows on the same line, okay? Because when you have sex, or aka intercourse, you can create things. You can create babies, you can create diseases, you can create a whole bunch of things, okay? With that being said, if you look at sex from a bigger, like the macro aspect of it, it is the combining of two things to create another thing, right? So not only do you create babies with other people, you create thought forms, you create situations, okay? So your sexuality can also create thought forms and situations and problems in your life, not just a physical child. So you want to be mindful of whose energy you're exchanging your energy with, okay? Now, when this card pops up, this is about you being able to either embrace your sexuality, or embrace your sexiness, okay? Or look at how are you operating, you know, how are you operating with your sex life? Are you just giving it away too much? Do you need to pull back in some, like, and everybody's, I'm telling you, like, everybody's path is different, not judging. I'm just saying you need to pay attention to the energy that you're exchanging, okay? As you are having intimate relationship with other people. And for those of you that are celibate, we're just going to let you know now, sexual energy is creative energy. So how are you using your creative energy? For those of you that are celibate and single, how are you using your creative energy? Okay? For those of you that are not, it's asking you you embracing your sexuality, your sexual preference. Are you embracing your sexiness? Do you feel confident about who you are, how you look? Okay. Or there's some things that you may want to explore in the bedroom that you're not really talking about, but you should talk about because you're not satisfied sexually. Like, this can go so many different ways. You just need to apply this to where it fits, my wonderful Aquarius, okay? All right, clarify the sexuality card for my wonderful Aquarius. Clarify the sexuality card for my wonderful Aquarius. What do you want my wonderful Aquarius to know about this sexuality card? And you want to pop out, so we will go with you. It's saying be the peacemaker. Let go of the need to always be right. Okay. Let go of the need to always be right. How does that pan out in your sexual life? I do not know, Aquarius. But that is the message. Give me one more card for Aquarius. Give me one more card for Aquarius. Yep. You don't need to be right all of the time is what they're saying, Aquarius. Yeah, because sometimes y'all think y'all know everything, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Love y'all. You know, I got an Aquarius in my life. One of my friends that I have wonderful in-depth conversation with, he's an Aquarius. And we go back and forth all the time because I stay calling him out on shit, you know. And he's in a state of his life. Now, we actually just had this conversation the other day. We had a conversation about sexuality and sexual energy, and we talked about him feeling like he's, you know, newly single after being in a relationship for a really long time, and he wants to be able to explore different things. Okay. He calls it a harem. So he wants a harem right about now. And we just got into the understanding of the energy and how that works and how you want to be careful. So I would say, Aquarius, it is saying, though, you got the summer card here popping up, and it's saying bask in the joy and light. So if you are utilizing your sexual energy appropriately to really manifest the things that you desire in your life and not the shit that you don't want, more power to you. Just keep being the peacemaker and let go of the need to be right, as well as stepping into the joy and the light. Like, remember, once again, sexual energy is creative energy. It creates things, and it's not just babies. Okay? All right, my love. So there we have it. We got through all 12 signs. So let me just recap, guys. Okay. So today is October 29th, 2019, and we're vibrating on the number 6. Okay. You need to be mindful that unconditional love is in the air all day, every day. Okay. However, today is even emphasized a little bit more, as well as responsibility. Being an empath, being empathetic or sympathetic today is going to be key. So you want to choose which one you're going to operate with. I prefer to operate with empathy. That's just my preference. Okay. And you have happiness and integrity in the atmosphere today. Healing and adjustment is going to be needed today, as well as the lower vibrational end of things. You can just fear all your burdens. You can just have fear of all your burdens. Shallowness, restlessness, okay, unsupportive energy, selfishness, being easily stressed is going to be in the atmosphere today, as well as submissiveness. And you know how I feel about submissiveness. What are you submitting your energy to? Okay. Be open. Be mindful. Okay, my love. So, wrapping this up. And guys, I do go live on Fridays. It's Paid Forward Fridays, where I answer questions like from the chats to come on in and join us. I go live at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fridays, as well as my podcast should be up and running in the next 2 weeks. I'm so excited about that. I'll be recording some more episodes this week and uploading and getting you guys all situated so I can launch maybe in about 2 weeks. I don't have an exact launch date yet, so I'll get back to you guys on that, but I am working on that. I've already recorded my first bonus episode. And you guys will be able to find me on Spotify in the meantime. So once I get access to all of the other platforms, I will let you guys know. Okay. Did I forget anything? Yes, I did. Okay, so my love. So tomorrow you will start to see career videos rolling out. Okay. And I want to really get into the aspect of, this is one of the things that I've been getting a lot with people where they talk about their finances and their new jobs and stuff. I'm going to get into these videos and really explain to you that money is energy. Okay. And there's an exchange of energy. So if you're holding on like this to money, like just like tight like this, can nothing come in and can nothing get out. See, can nothing come in, can nothing get out, can nothing come in, can nothing get out. So we're going to be tackling your careers this week, and we're going to jump into that money is energy and how are you interacting with that energy. Okay, so you're going to start to see those videos roll out on Wednesday, because today's Tuesday, so you see those videos starting to roll out on Wednesday, and they will all be uploaded, all 12 signs, by Saturday. Okay, my love. So y'all know the deal, right? So you need to be kind to yourself. You need to love yourself. Do something kind for yourself. Be honest with yourself. Drink plenty of water. And I will see you guys in your dailies tomorrow. And you can start seeing your individuals drop. Your career individuals will start being uploaded on Wednesday. Okay? Bye, guys. Love you much. And I will see you guys in your daily tomorrow. Bye, my loves.